So we'll see how Luminosity under their new guys come against the Team Liquid right now, and it's Fugly, Nitro, Adren, Daps. And who's Aku? Why can I not figure this out? It's by process of elimination. That would have to be Nafly.
I would imagine you're correct.
So, yeah. Under a different handle all of a sudden.
Well, Nitro's not tagged up here either, which is kind of interesting to see.
It is interesting to see, but nonetheless, neither are Anger and Hades, but they are going to be heading into the A site. It's Fugly who finds the first kill with the P2000 playing on the backside of the red box. Actually dropped the bomb planter, but Frost and Flom have had a response finally. Nafly does come around the corner, though. He gets the shot into Hades. Nonetheless, that bomb has now been placed. Taps finding one more on Flom, so it goes down to a 3-on-2 retake situation for Liquid. And they do have one more. It's all on Frost, the newcomer. First game back, and unfortunately, Nafly rains down death from above. No kit, lots of time. They'll get the defuse. Liquid going to go up 1-0. And on the terrorist side, Luminosity not able to start off with the brain power they might have otherwise hoped to have.
And Nafly actually getting away with that staple gun, the Tech 9, so he's going to be boasting that for the anti-eco round, so he doesn't really even need to buy up a rifle in this situation because he's basically already carrying one. And we're going to be seeing whether or not... Oh, he does actually go for the Clarion. So, interestingly enough, Adren actually picking up the ump, trying to put the money in the bank this next round. And Fugly's just going to be hanging on to the 5-7. So it is going to be a full eco round here from the Luminosity side. They got that bomb plant, so they're going for a modest P250 purchase and a quick push while they slow things down now. But it was going to be a quick push coming towards that B-bomb site. Daps right around the corner with the M4 is going to be able to pop some shots. He's going to be able to call for some backup and rotate his way back into that bomb site. Good flashbang going to come out. Anger's going to lead the charge. He's already up in the site looking for the frags. Not going to be able to find it, as they've got a pretty solid crossfire going here, and Daps and Nafly going to be shutting it down. Hades finally able to get one. Looking for another one on the backside of the bomb site. It's going to be Frost, the last man standing. Coming around from CT's spawn. He's going to get spotted out. Now the rotation coming. He almost got his way through that smoke into CT. Unfortunately, the bomb was down in the B-bomb site. Nitro's going to spray him down through the smoke. And a not the best eco round there from the Terra side, but they did force a couple of rebuys on the CTs.
And because of that bomb plant, they are going to grab AK-47's already out. They bought down to 0 in both Anger, Hades. Lex now going to grab a Galil, and the Flom and Frost, the two Fs, are going to go for the AK-47. Just to give you an idea, Mythic has started off strong, like we said. They've gone 1-3, or 1-2, pardon me, in their last 3 ESEA matches for the last 3. Their loss against CLG, they only picked up, oh, look at this, Adren in mid, catching Lex already. He's got 2 onto Anger. That unfolds very quickly. They've only got 3 rounds on their T side against CLG, so they need to really step it up as an attacking team. And already they're a man down here. They also went into overtime the other night against Area 51, who has yet to pick up an actual win because their 2 victories that are accredited to them are both from the forfeits from GX. So a struggling team gave them a run the other night. So they've definitely had some issues lately, and obviously they've changed things up on the roster with Frost being here now.
Absolutely.
See if they can get it done right now with these AKs.
Well, it looks like they're going to want to make a bid for this B-bomb site. Adren extremely low up there in heaven. They might be able to sniff out Daps, but Adren's going to be holding this angle. He's going to spot out Hades. Hades does take the shot. Molotov into pit to follow. They do manage to spot out Daps in the backside of that site. That rotation for the CT spawn is going to be coming on. They're trying to get in this site. Flom, nice headshot onto Daps. Going to be able to take him down. And now the only one defending this bomb site is Adren with very limited HP. He's going to fall as well, so this 3 versus 4 is quickly turned into a 2 versus 3. That grenade, though, actually clips Fugly in the back and drops him down to 59 points of health. They're going to be looking for this one, though. This retake is definitely possible. Now the post-plant positions here for the terrorist side are very good. One over there by the generator. The peek out comes. Hades going to be able to fall. And surprisingly not set up for the trade on that one. One coming from CT. And Flom's going to be able to chime in with a second frag this round. Looking for a third. And Frost's going to come around. Well played by the remaining 2 terrorists, but not setting up for that trade when Hades was over by headshot. Could have cost them the round. 2-1.
So the early buy does pay off. There's 1 to them, so this is great. And that actually forces a bit of an awkward situation for Liquid. Adren hasn't died yet. Well, he has just that last round, obviously. But hadn't before that, so he had $6,200. And he'll drop out a few guns. But they will have only 2 P250s, 3 P250s, pardon me, and 2 USBs.
He's definitely saving for that AWP right now, though.
Yeah, he wants to. He wants to get that early, and if he saves the economy now, it'll give it to him a little bit later on, too, even though the team's going to have to play catch-up in terms of savings accounts, but it's what allowances are for, kids. Save your money early.
Absolutely.
Catch up eventually.
That retirement fund.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm working on that, not really.
The CSGO retirement fund. For round 13, when you need a buy, invest early.
Well, they've got 3 players toward A because the Adren actually went up from Z back toward the truck. Daps, Nitro are already rotating out. They know it's a B at this point. Fugly's going to find Anger. That's your first one. That's your pistol. Finally, Lex goes back into Adren, but there's Napfly with one more, and he's still alive at the generator. How have they not responded? But he can't hit that shot. Finally takes down Flom, and Daps is into it, so it's an Eco going right back the other direction. And with Napfly picking up this AK, he should get the kill, but it's out of ammo, so couldn't close it the first try. Goes back on the second. He will eventually make good. And they answer the call of duty there to Luminosity. That's going to make it 3-2. That was inadvertent. Don't call me out on it.
I like it, though. I like it.
I was going to roll with it, so you just made it awkward.
I was going to make it awkward. You know I'm going to make that awkward. That was a really sloppy round from the Luminosity side. Very, very sloppy. They took too long trying to get into that bomb site. They lost 2 members on the entry. Only got 1 refrag on that. And then by the time that they actually tried to make their way into the site, they only managed to get 1 player into the site, and that was Hades, who made it to triple in the backside of the bomb site without a bomb on his back, and a player still a generator with an AK-47 at his feet. So, unfortunately, they weren't able to get it done. That was a really solid round there from the CTs holding off that push, and now we're going to be seeing a quick push coming in towards this A bomb site from the terrorist side. Anger is going to be the first one to find some little bit of damage off of him. They're going to be able to dink out Nitro. He was completely blinded for about 45 seconds over there, but Fugly's going to be able to find 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to leave Anger your last man standing. They do get the bomb plant, so that's money in the bank. However, a 4K from Fugly in rebuttal to the early frag on a Nitro, so not bad. But look at this right now. I think the story of the moment right now is Nafly 7-2, Anger 0-5.
Yeah, and I think it was actually Moses on Monday evening, maybe Tuesday. I think Tuesday sounds more reasonable. He said he wanted to see a matchup where Anger didn't carry, where Anger didn't perform, because he wanted to know who else would step up. Well, unfortunately, no one did. So he has to play is the answer to that question. And right. With that 100 ADR that he's carried all season, that's phenomenal, by the way. That's absolutely very impressive. He's got nothing to go with it right now tonight, so if he comes on, the other guys aren't fragging too poorly. In fact, Frost, the new guy, leads the way at 4. They could actually put up some numbers. Half-Fly's inside the vents. Got boosted up from Daps, and that gives them a little bit of mid-presence. Then they've funneled out and given away the fact that there's nobody inside B main, so they have to be over at A. Process of elimination, and in they come. Fugly and Adren get the first 2, but Hades eventually gets 1 before Nitro can take down Frost, and Hades not done, picks up a second, but great play by Adren. Coming up over top of the E-Box, does find Flom, and now it's all on Hades. He's got 2. He'll need 5 total if he wants to make this round successful. That bomb is down on default. He does get Daps. It's actually doable because Adren's only got 8 HP. He does have that AWP, though, and from this back angle, ooh, at least he saw him. That was the latest reaction I've ever seen in my life. He did see him cross. Absolutely. I don't know why he hasn't gone to pick up this bomb either, because he's crossed back over and they know where he is. And Nafly's up above. And as he peeks, always giving himself away. Hades has to know he's above him. He's trying to find Adren first, but that AWP's still there. The shoulder peek's not going to matter. Nafly's dropped down behind. That was close. That was tense, but in the end, still goes the way of Lick.
Absolutely. If he was able to actually get that 1v1 on Nafly, who's playing a little bit more aggressive than he should have been, up there on the catwalk, if he was able to get that frag on him, he would have put himself into a very solid position to try to get that done. And we're going to be seeing another save round coming out from the Luminosity side, as it is going to be a 5-1 score line coming into the 7th round now, and it's going to be a pistol round, and it's going to be a B push coming out, and we are going to go over and get ahead into Nafly's eyes, who's playing over here by Checker Hallway with that AK-47 in hand. There's the pop flash to come around the corner. He's going to be able to find 1. Survives with 70 HP. They're going to push the smoke. Oh, pardon me, the Molotov. He's going to be able to burn Anger down, and Daps is going to be able to pick up 1 coming around the corner. Now is going to be Flom, who gets a rifle out of this, so this isn't a bad showing here from the terrorist side, but unfortunately that bomb was all the way over in Checkers. Nitro rotating around from the vents is going to be able to seek him out, and that nade, though, going to be able to find him. So well played on the retake there from the Liquid side, not allowing that bomb plant either, so the money situation on the terrorists, even though they've lost 4 in a row, is not going to be that great.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Flom, though, picking up the AWP. We have yet to see Frost pick up the AWP in this match. Anger's on the board, though, so he could start to heat up again, and we could see the Anger that we've been seeing all season. So, curious to see.
was first out of spawn. I was wondering if that was spawn-oriented for Flom, but it's not. Frost is right next to him, so you're right. Flom's still going to be the one holding it. And they're trying to find a shot into B. They'll smoke it out on the main entrance.
Oh.
Daps
No
and
armor.
Nafly are the ones there. Yeah, you're right. No armor at all. It's a naked op buy, and he's down to 42 already, so a nade could easily take him out right now. They will go in. Nafly's pushed up underneath of the heaven, and he's firing away toward Checker, but Hades going to come right through that smoke, catch him out from directly in front of him. Daps to the back of the site, and he's already been overwhelmed, so a good take right now from Luminosity. And don't forget, Anger was actually on Team Liquid at one point in time. Right before they actually signed with Liquid when they were still Denial, and they elected to keep Fugly over him. So far, they've had the better of it, although Anger's stats, maybe it would have been what could have been, but no matter. Liquid making good right now, 6-1, although this round, Luminosity with the bomb plant, and only 2 players left. It's Fugly and Nitro, and they're going to save their guns. They're going to fall back. Fugly will pick up the AWP. Lex knows exactly where he is. Pops up Turnpike, easy kill. So now it's up to Nitro to survive.
Now, this is an interesting situation. Lex has an AWP over there by his position. Is he going to pick it up and hang on to it and give it to Frost and go for the double scope setup here in the next round? That's what I'm curious to see.
I
It
don't
looks
know
like he's
if-
going to leave it on the ground.
I mean, Cash could work. You've got one op at B. You could play one in middle, and you could play one A on the CT side. But on the T side, I don't know that I agree with it, because the longer the time goes away and you haven't found an entrance with an AWP, the less advantage you have with it, because you have to rush the execution as time expires. And really all the peaks at each bomb site are pretty linear and singled, so there's not like you can set up a double op. Maybe one mid and one A main. You're not going to run 2 when you execute B, so I couldn't see it being valuable.
I agree with you as far as the late game goes, but getting that early information, boosting one in middle and pushing one over by the B halls because somebody dropping down into checkers, sometimes you'll drop down and you'll get there before that smoke goes off, and that AWP could be over there to hit that shot. So there's a good push from Nitro, who's actually going to catch out the AWP of Flom, and immediately Frost picks that up. So we're going to see Frost debuting here with that AWP in hand. Nafly getting aggressive over here by checkers is actually going to put a tremendous amount of damage into Hades. Not really sure what Hades was looking at over there by the Toxic Room. He's going to go ahead and fall back to middle to join the number 8-man Lex. That bomb is on the back of Frost's backpack right now, as he's going to be over by the A main, joined by Anger. Going to drop that bomb over to him. They have 3 over here in this bomb site. They are going to go for this push. Nice flashbang work here from the Liquid side. They're going to catch out Anger and Frost, and now it's all of a sudden down to Lex as Hades falls as well. So good frags all around. Good use of the auxiliary grenades from the CT side of Liquid as they're going to get it done on this round, and that's going to be a 7-2 scoreline now coming into the 10th. And this is a big lead for Liquid right now.
Yeah, big lead. Big lead. 7-2. CT side. Now, they are CT side. That's the other thing. We talked about how the fact that Luminosity hasn't been able to get too many T rounds going for them, but that's no excuse. This is Cash. You should be able to get 9-6, 10-5 out of this map quite easily. And if they don't, I mean, how good is their defense going to be? Anger's got 3 assists to go with his 3 kills, so at least he's still getting damage out there. Sustain those numbers. Adren, though, there's that drop you talked about for the CTs, and a nice nade coming out from Nafly. That's Lex. Naku's going to drop immediately after to the bullet, so Adren's on with the second one. It's all on Hades. Who inside B main immediately drops down. That's going to do it. 8 now for Liquid. 10 rounds in the books, and Luminosity, time to wake up, friends.
Yeah, completely shut down at that B-bomb site. It was just an eco round, but nevertheless, you are going to see Nafly and Fugly top fragging for their squad. Nitro, again, a little bit slow to warm up here. Adren doing Adren things with that AWP. Picking his shots. You saw how slow he was on that shot. He made sure that he hit that shot on that guy crossing to drop that bomb again on that eco round. And, just pulling his punches, making sure that he's hitting the shots the way that he should be hitting the shots. They're going to be all on rifles this round, talking about the Luminosity terrorist side. Then they've already dropped down in the mid. And there you go. Adren is going to go down to the hands of Flom's AK-47, and that's going to be a good opening. They might be able to pick up this AWP while they work their way up towards Speedway, but they're just going to run right by it and try to make a nice split here at 2-3 onto the A-bomb site. Dap's going to be smoked off in Z. Nafly is going to be able to find Lex, but Frost goes into Fugly looking for another one. Nitro goes down to Hades, so the frags are coming in for the terrorist side, but just like that, Dap's going to equalize, and now we're down to a 2 versus 2. That bomb is going to get planted here at that A-bomb site. Dap's down to 5 HP, or 9 HP, pardon me. He does have a molly in hand, so let's see where he decides to throw it. Right there into the bomb site. That's going to flush Anger out. They're looking for the frag onto him, and Nafly is going to be able to pick that up. Again, nice use of the grenades in this round from the CT side of Liquid. They're going to chip Hades down, 19 HP. He goes for the peak, and he falls. So that is going to be a 9th round on the board now for the CT side of Liquid. And they're going to salvage the AWP at the bottom side of mid.
Yeah, 9 rounds is pretty significant.
At this point,
And,
Luminosity needs to win out.
Oh, yeah, totally. In the half for sure. I mean, they have to. 9-6. If they got 5, it's reasonable. It's still manageable, but it would have to require on some pretty coordinated defense. By the way, Aku, as he's named in the server currently, Nafly leads the way, and he had a great ESEA land, but a lot of people haven't really given him a lot of credit or been wondering where exactly he's been so far this season.
Yeah, he's kind of fell silent through this season.
Yeah, he has, and it's good to see him on 16 right now. Leads the way for everyone in the server. Next up is Fugly, so 2 players that aren't known to be your top fraggers on Liquid are the guys that are putting up the numbers, and there it is again as Nafly picks up 2. Lex already down, as is Frost, and finally Anger puts him to sleep. Euthanizes him with a bullet from the boost, and it's evened up because Hades has just found DAP, so what can Luminosity make of this round? You said they have to win out. They've got it down to a 3-on-3. They've got some positioning. The bomb's over in Anger's hands, though, and he just got caught out, so Nitro's going to push through, and that's going to do it. That's going to drop your bomb. They've got to come back and recover this now, and that's absolutely crucial. The good news is Hades is in behind them, but he's making a lot of noise running in that direction, and Adren's heard him because he's looking toward the door on Z, so he knows he's there, and he does at least catch out on Fugly. He'll get pre-flash, and Adren comes around the corner, perfectly timed to kill him with the AWP, so it goes down to just Flom. He's gotten around to where that bomb is dropped, but he's only got 36 seconds. There's lots of time to go back, but Nitro hears him pick it up. Nitro pops out, can't close him off on the kill. He has forced him into A main, though, and that means Adren just has to sit and hold the angle, but Adren might think he's fallen back, and he's heading on his horse over toward B. And Flom's found Nitro. So what is going to happen in this round? Adren's being smart about it. He knows he can't leave too soon, but he's got an op up close. He has to hit the shot, and Adren far too wise for that. Flom is down, and Liquid get away with what looked like their round, fell back the other way, and then they do close it out in the end.
Yeah, and again, that was a little bit risky right there. Actually, Nitro thought that Flom crossed back over towards mid-main, and unfortunately actually pushed his way into A-main. So he was able to get that kill and put it down to a 1-versus-1, but unfortunately not able to close it off. Good positioning from Adren, and again, showing his prowess and his experience over the long, esteemed career that he has going for him. And it's like Moses said, this is the Liquid that we expect to see. This is the Liquid that I want to see every single time that we watch them play. And they're doing a great job right now. They are going to have a fast push coming in towards that B-bomb site. Fugly going to be at the first point of contention over here. Molly's out the forklift. That's going to do some good damage onto Anger as he got spammed up a little bit. Here comes the flashes. Now they're pushing through the smoke, and Fugly's going to be able to line up 2 through the smoke. Finds another one. That's going to be Nitro with the double. Last man standing. Once again, he's going to be Flom coming around from quad box. He's going to be able to pick up another one. That's 2 for him. Got to go for the reload, and Adren's going to be able to shut him down, so 11-2 now, and this is starting to look like a blowout.
Yeah, it is. This has all the writing on the wall to be one. Luminosity, double op, they are going to go for it. They are going to gamble, and it's Frost that's going to pick it up, obviously, so see if Flom can find anything, but Lex, 4 kills, Anger, 4 kills, Frost, 5. I mean, those guys need to step it up. Hades has 10 at least. That's commendable, and Flom on 8's not too bad either, considering it's 11-2 and he's not that far behind the Nitro, or pardon me, Nitro and Daps. So I mean, it's just not a team effort right now. They will open the door over by B, or pardon me, on A on Squeaky, as Adren fires a shot in, but that rattles past and doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, and that was actually Anger over there, so he forced him completely out of that position.
Yeah, and he actually took a little bit of damage in exchange doing so, but it's good work for the CT side. Meanwhile, Hades, though, will catch a nade kill. That's Nafly down. That's your top fragger in the server. And Fugly's pushing up A main. He's already caught Frost, who can't hit the shot. I'm surprised Frost didn't peek out sooner. He heard him coming. It would have been an easy sidestep before he got up close and personal at the doorway. Chooses not to and pays the price for it. Meanwhile, the executions on B are coming in. Hades going to find Daps. At least Adren found one with an aid before they got inside, but Lex is closed out on him, and he's also got Nitro down from heaven, so this is looking good all of a sudden. It's all on Fugly for the retake. He's already got 2 in the round. He spots up one more at the back of the site. And it's doable if he can manage to get them into a one-on-one position, but if they have to force him into a crossfire to play it together, which they don't, it could go the other way, and on the cross, at least Hades is awake. At least Hades is playing. That's 13 for him. And he gets one more round for Luminosity, but man, Lex caught out entirely at the back of the site.
Not really sure why Lex decided to go for that peek. He heard him running in towards the bomb site, and that's just, I don't think that was a smart play on Lex whatsoever right there. Hades coming up big for his squad that round, a triple on that round. and getting it done. He got the entry frags into that B-bomb site. Lex did get a couple of nice shots off, but I'm just not sure that his awareness at the end of that round was where it should have been. That was a little bit of a lackluster play from him, and definitely don't like that whatsoever. So we are going to see that gun round. For the final round here, it's going to be AWP in the hands of Flom. They did go for the double scope setup last round. They're going to pop flash into A main. Flom's going to be able to lay a shot out. They're going for the trade, not going to be able to find it. And Hades over here by Toxic. He's got Adren right around the corner, and Adren's actually got the nade out. Oh, he's going to be able to spam through the smoke, and he takes him down. So that's a great opening frag now for the terrorist side of Luminosity. Hades is down to 63. He did take some splash damage from that grenade, but he is going to be able to get that kill onto Adren, and that's an important frag. Getting that AWP out, Adren is sitting at 11 and 6. He's looking to go in on Nafly as well. He's going to do some good damage to him, not going to be able to get it done, and his teammate Frost is going to be able to come around from vents and sweep him under the rug. So they are going to execute here on this B-bomb site, and they need to move now because they're allowing a lot of time for the CT rotation. They've already got one over here by CT spawn, and that's Daps going to find Lex fully flashed and through the smoke. And now we're going to be looking at this one in a 2 or 3 versus 3. They've brought it back now on the CT side to make it even strength. They've got one in vents, one from A main, and one from heaven. Nitro's going to get flashed here. I'm going to have to bide his time just a little while longer as this smoke fades. Flom's going to get caught out, and he's going to fall, missing the shot onto Daps. He's not hitting his shots with the AWP. Anger going to be the last man standing in a 1 versus 2, make it a 1v1. And he's going to lose, so it's going to be a 12-3 scoreline going into the second half. Daps coming up big on the retake.
And 12-3 is a nuke scoreline, not a cash scoreline. Not anymore. I mean, maybe when, back at the start of Global Offensive, when cash was in its previous iteration coming through from Source and whatnot, teams didn't really have the meta figured out. Now that it's in a Valve version and everyone plays it as much as they do, it's one of the most played maps. 12-3 is unacceptable. That's not a good half, and we said it in the loss to CLG. They only picked up 3 rounds T-side, so there's work to be done for Luminosity on the attack.
Yeah.
Is it my pistol round again? Are we still doing that?
I'll take it.
You take it. I want to hear you go nuts, buddy.
All right. You just want to hear the sultry sound of my voice again, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. So coming into the second half now, it is going to be a 12-3 scoreline. Liquid in the lead. Daps, Adren, Nitro, Fugly, and Nafly going to be facing off against the now CT side of Luminosity. That's Hades, Anger, Lex, Frost, and Flom. Nom, nom, nom. And it looks like it's going to be a quick push coming out towards the A-bomb site. And just like that, Nitro and Adren going to drop too. That's Flom and Frost down and out. Anger down. And this is not looking good for the Luminosity side. Tech 9 around the truck. Going to be able to locate that head of Hades, even though he only had 3 HP. And now Lex, ooh, tapped away. Daps, a flawless pistol round for the terrorist side of Liquid. And again, this is exactly what Moses was talking about in chat a minute ago. This is the Liquid that we expect to see.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they had a slow start to the season. They failed to qualify for Katowice, and it was all on the back of some passive defensive play. They definitely addressed that situation in the first half, at least on Cash. But like I said, they are a Cash team. They've always been good on this map. And Mirage was the issue for them, actually, against Flipside that knocked them out. And actually, just quickly, looking at the groups for that, CLG, in my opinion, has a better chance to move forward than, Daps going to catch Anger through the smoke, than Cloud9 does, in my opinion, based on the groups. So it could be interesting to see CLG get out of groups at the major potential.
Yeah, the Cloud9 group is basically the group of death, along with Group 2 or Group B. That one's a pretty stacked one as well.
And how many friggin' times has Cloud9 been handed a group of death?
And how many times have they gotten out of that group? Daps, though, going ham sandwich this round with the UMP. He's going to be able to pick up 3 before Lex is finally able to get one on the board for the Luminosity side. Hades going to be the last man standing, trying to flank it out here by the squeaky door. Maybe try to take a rifle or 2 away, put himself into a position where he can actually make something happen here. But he's going to have one over in A main, and not really going to have anything over in his contention right now. Daps going to opt to drop the ump and pick up the AK. And Hades just going to wait for this one, but they're all going to exit as a team down through A main. Smartly so. He's going to go in there and maybe look for a rifle. No, he's going to turn around. They might push out, and he might get caught. He is going to be able to see Daps. I don't know if it registered on Daps. Yep, it did. That's a 4K. And that is a 14th round. Daps playing well.
And he's caught Fugly, actually past Fugly. So, typically speaking, Adren and Nitro are the 2 players we give the most praise on Liquid's side. They're sitting on the bottom right now. Nitro only has 12. Adren's only got 13. They happen to be the 2 players that have died. Well, I take that back, actually. They haven't died the least. Nitro's died more than Deps and Naf, but...
Well, here's the thing, too.
But just to finish my thought, it's the 3 players we don't see frags consistently out of that are leading the way.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You talked about what happens when Anger doesn't have a good match for the Luminosity side. Well, look at it on the other side. What happens when Adren and Nitro aren't the superstars that we usually see them? What happens with that? Well, this is the scenario. Nafly, Daps, and Fugly picking up the slack and getting it done. So... just like that, we're going to be seeing Fugly again with the UMP, going to find 2 more frags. Finally, Anger's able to get on the board and pick one up. Lex is going to be able to find one with the Desert Eagle. He's going to fall to Adren, and that's going to leave it on a 2 versus 3. So this is a winnable round here for the CTs. That Molotov coming out, oh, that's going to really cordon off those areas. Anger's down to 47, Hades with 100, and Hades going to get spammed up here from the top side of the box. Adren's going to sweep around from the corner and take him down. That's a double for him on the round.
So match point already. Didn't think we'd be here quite so quickly, that's for sure. And 1 more for Liquid, and we're done our first match that quickly. What a great way to start things off for them in tonight and in the season, because like we said, this changes the playoff race entirely.
No, absolutely. This puts Liquid right up there with Luminosity at the end of this matchup. And again, it's like you said, in their last 4 matches, or last 5 matches, Luminosity is 1-4 if they lose this one. And this is a big loss right here. I mean, a 16-3 or adversely anything close to this level is just a detrimental loss.
Yeah, for sure. And it's still only pistols and 2 scouts to work with, and they're already 2 men down, so it's looking like this is going to end very quickly. Rather anticlimactic in terms of anticipation, as Flom at least gets Daps. Naf's going to find him. Hades goes back into Nitro, but he's going to have to be more than just Superman. He does pick up an AK-47 and does have head armor, but they're swarming on his position, and that's it. 16-3.